you for staying tuned to Sunrise FM 96.1, and we're glad to welcome you to the program. It's teaching time, coming to you from your darling station, Sunrise FM 96.1. My name is Precious Chwekezie, and today on It's Teaching Time, we will be on a journey that will lead us to choosing a business path. In case if you're out there and you're still confused about which way to go, so this program is for you. So I urge you to join us as we explore ways we can help you to explore, and then see how we can transform this your passion to a viable business idea. And then it is also for you to have the confidence to choose a path, a business path that will lead you to a success. So join us, as this will be your first step in actualizing this your entrepreneurial journey. So don't miss out on anything. Stay glued to your darling station, Sunrise FM 96.1, and this is a Teaching Time, and we're glad to welcome you. But before we delve into the matter of the day, don't forget that there is need for you to take control. Be in control of your life. Be in control of your business if you've started already. Be in control of whatever it is you're doing. When you're in control, it will go a long way. It will help you. It will help you to be focused. It will help you to set your goals. It will help you to plan. But once you're not in control, once you're a pushover, you might see yourself wanting to do one thing and the next minute you're doing a different thing. So taking control or being in control is very, very important. So welcome once again to It's Teaching Time as we delve into choosing a career path. And today, to discuss this all-important topic, I have with me Mr. God's Own Onuzulike. He is the founder of Potter's Wheel Foundation. Glad to have you here on the program today, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so today that we are on a journey to discovering how we can choose a business path, because a lot of persons out there, they want to go into business, but they don't know where to start. They don't know which business to go into. Tell us, what are the most common challenges that people face when it is time to decide which business to go into?
All right, thank you very much. Before going to touch the most common challenges, I would like to first of all look at my definition of a business person or an entrepreneur. I see an entrepreneur as someone that has a value that meets the need of the people as either a product or a service. I see an entrepreneur as one that is meeting a gap, is bridging a gap, meeting a need. That's the first thing that comes to the mind of anyone that is a business person. It's not the business or the transaction or product or services that will give you money, no, but rather the product or services that you will bring forward that will meet the need of the people. Then when you start thinking like this, that means you are about to journey. That means you are indeed an entrepreneur. Your focus is to meet the need. That's your main focus. The outcome of that focus, that is in change of the value you offer, you get money and other things, goodwill and so many other things. So now, before you start, if you start this way, that is, if you have this right mindset, your challenges that you are going to face will be reduced drastically. There is this tendency of having fears of the unknown, doubt of your person. There are a lot of things that comes up, but if your route of making up as an entrepreneur or business person is from this angle of getting a problem solved, then you are on the right side. And I tell you, every challenge or difficulty will not be difficult to surmount. Now, when this has come, when you've been able to identify a challenge, a need to solve or to mitigate, there's another steps I always tell our young ones. There are some basic steps in our class over there at Potterswood Foundation. We call it the 3 M's. The 3 M's that helps a business person to navigate into business. The 3 M. And the first M, we call it knowing your maker. First of all, understand that you are a being that has connection with the spirit. Know your maker. When I'm talking about know your maker here, I'm not just coming from the Christian angle. I'm not just coming only from the angle of maybe a child of God, the religion. No. Know your maker. There will be no enough time to digest it, but just understand it this way. First of all, because for you to be able to offer value, you must have been able to acquire value. You must have been able to get value. So the value you are going to offer, you must have gotten it. And for us, the way you get this value, first of all, to be sure that the value you are getting or you are going to offer is the right one, first of all, know your make. And then number 2M is know your make. Find out your make. What are your compositions?
What you're made of.
What are you made of? In part of what we take, we inculcated in our training at Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium is we take time to teach the young ones, the women out there, things about the character, the major character traits, how to understand where you belong, the strength of where you belong, the weakness of where you belong. If you are a melancholy, what are the strengths of melancholies? If you are a sanguine, what are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? So find out who you make first, because there are follow-come. There are things we came with. There are nurtures even before nature. No, there are nature before nurture.
Yeah.
There are nature, basic things that you came. So what are your make? It will help you. If I, for instance, as a business person, if I want to employ someone who is going to man certain sections of the organization, there are character traits I will be looking for.
Out for, yeah.
If I'm looking out for someone that is going to be a marketer, who will market the product, who is going to go out there to tell people about the brand and all that, there are also character traits you need to look for. No matter how the person speaks good English, no matter how the person knows it, and he doesn't possess that trait, that innate trait, you may not be able to convey the idea as it's supposed to be. But we are talking about me now, as as somebody who wants to embark on a business. So the first M is to know my maker. The second M is to know my make. And then the third M is to know my making. My hands-on crafts, things that I need to do, start offering as the service,
or things you can do.
Yeah, as service or product. Then when I am in tune with these three, I tell you, the challenges will be just a normal challenge. The normal challenge we meet every day and we'll escape.
That's a good one. Okay, so talking about how to surmount those challenges, then there should be key factors that individuals should consider when evaluating some potential business opportunities? Can you let us into that?
Key factors that individuals should consider.
Yes, when you're trying to evaluate some business potentials.
All right.
That is for somebody who's to start a business. You've not started. It's somebody who's yet to choose. Maybe you have a number of things on your mind and you're confused. Which way should I go? Which direction?
Yeah, that's yeah. I've given 50% of the answer already, because if you've been able to find out your make, and you also discover your making, things that you can be able to do, those things that you don't need struggle to be able to deliver, and sometimes those things that are so difficult for you, that look so like a mountain to surmount, if you can be able to discover these things, having known the first M, the second M, and now the third M, you'll be able, these are the factors to look at. You look, then outside the space, they're out there. A lot of people, there are different ways of feasibility study. People do feasibility studies from different angles. Let me take for example, when people take a study or a survey of products that are lucrative in Enugu State, for instance, when you look at statistics, you might discover a particular product. Let me take some of the things we are producing or teaching the youth how to produce, for instance. You might discover that laundry soap has the highest market because of the need, the turnover. It's a daily required product. People use them on a daily basis. But also discover that you may discover that peanuts or any of the edibles, they are not, their percentage of the demand is not as that of maybe the laundry soap or any other product. Most often we conclude like this and say, that means this one is the one that is moving. I should move over to this. Personally, I see it as a wrong calculation.
Yeah.
I see it as a wrong calculation.
Because I wanted to ask if it is possible for one to, maybe your business idea, if it is possible or important for you to align your business idea with the market trends, what is in demand. Just like you're saying that it could lead to waste of time and resources.
I see it as a wrong calculation. Looking at it from this standpoint, it's possible that the people who have been making peanut in Enugu do not know they don't know how best to produce it. And that has made the market not to be lucrative. People are not going all out for it because the presentations, the packaging, the versions of it is not what that is obtainable in maybe in other places. So those areas that you have lesser attention could even be the area you need to invest. You just need to go for knowledge that will help you upgrade, that will help you, that will help to call the attention of the audience that needs such product or such services. You understand me? So there are a lot of factors, but like I said, if you're able to find out who you are, if you're able to find out, like I said, your maker, your make, and of course, it's your maker that will help you to guide you with regards to your make.
To discover who you really
are. There are other factors that they talk about. Some persons say those things you can do easily, those things that you calls your attention all the time, and all that. But your maker will actually help you. The producer of Mercedes-Benz actually knows better about that product. So it should tell you how to make use of the product. Then, if you now discover your make, that actually, though you are a vehicle, but you are meant to carry only 4 passengers. That's what you came to achieve, to do in life. And when you go ahead with that, you'll be able to achieve your purpose, being a saloon car. And the other guy is a bus driver, a bus. I'm using vehicle for instance now. And that bus is meant to carry 40 passengers. That's what he needs to do to fulfill destiny. So the other one is a keke. We've seen people who use keke to build houses, train their children in school and all that. So, but if you don't discover who this your make, it will be difficult for you to find out your making. It will be difficult for you to actually settle for any business, either product or service. Of course, there are two major stock in trade for any business person. Is that you have a product or you have a service you are rendering. So it will be difficult for you to settle for the right one.
Okay, so apart from the steps you've outlined already in terms of when you're about to discover which way to go, that is, you talked about the 3 M's, which is knowing your maker, knowing your make, and then knowing your making. Apart from these steps, are there other steps that we'll need to take to help you or lead you to discovering or choosing a better business path?
For me, that's basically it. Now, but when you've discovered this business path, because sometimes when people don't progress or don't succeed in this in their escapade, it looks as if they've not found the right business. But that's not true. Over time, I've discovered that it's not true. There are other things, there are other factors that you need to take into consideration. There are other areas you need to get prepared. For us at Pottersville Foundation, there are 3 basic C's you need to get if you want, after you must have gotten your making right and you want to run. There are 3 C's you need to go get. They are very, very important. They are skills that you can't succeed without them. Number 1 is character. You must have character. Your business must have character. You must develop a character for yourself, a positive one. And then your business should also have character. Your business center must not be where people will be fighting all the time, quarreling all the time. You must give it a character that will make that business to last. There are things that we'll look at, we'll think it doesn't matter. Some people will tell you that and all that. And at the end of the day, they are back to the village and they are blaming one old woman in the village as a cause. No, it's not the truth. It's not true. Yeah. Now, the second C you need to look at is the C we call competence. Touch of class. A man in this country said that excellence is not the native of any village. If it can be found in New York, it can also be gotten in Kano. So, it's not a native of any village. You can choose to give that business a touch of class. Competence. Then the last C is consistency. Consistency. It's not all about money, but when did you book the Afia? Others, when you came out you have been coming out by 7 o'clock. Sometimes you come out by 8. Sometimes you come by 9, and your customers keep coming up. Oh, Honoria. Oh, Honoria. You are diverting them to other places. It's not village people. It's you. It's you. You're the one doing yourself. So you need to get these things in together so as to be able to progress and then sustain whatever progress you are getting at. And of course, you must, for any good business person, somebody who is prepared for business, you must accept the fact that you need to continuously learn. In fact, you need to be learning always, unlearning and relearning. You don't stew going for fresh knowledge, because for every man or any woman anywhere, for any business anywhere, there is a version you have not attained. When you push, the next version comes up.
Higher ladder. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so for somebody who has already discovered which way to go, you've chosen a particular business to pursue, then how can the person test or validate that business idea before committing to it?
I don't want to be too spiritual. Yeah, but like I said, I'll still go back to my template or template. If you've gotten the first M right, gotten the second M right, the third M, the testing it's not just testing the waters. Because it's not about let me go and try. There must be determination, the determination to succeed. If you just try, you may go in and come out when at any slight challenge. There is this scale, I don't know, of virtue. I call it determination. Determining to succeed. Determining to succeed. You need to at the point of taking off, tell yourself that this having done all the necessary studies and feasibility studies, calculations, I am launching out. I'm going all out. Then, but when you want to go all out, also, I will advise, just like every seed that starts small, that start the corn we eat today, when they planted it, was only one seed that was planted. Yeah, just like every other thing that grew that starts small. One of the law of the living thing, they say, is growth. Yeah, you need to start small. You need to start. You are not starting small because you are doubting the possibility, the prospect.
The path you've chosen.
Yeah, you are not. No. But for you to be able to gradually garner every necessary experience that is required, there is a place for experience. When they say experience is the best teacher, it's not just a careless word. There is a place for experience, and you don't need to. It's not right for you to use a certain amount of money to start a business that you can start with lesser. In fact, start with the least money you can. I advocate even starting without money at all. It's possible to start a business without money at all. Just get the skill, get the know-how, and then go out, launch out, begin to talk to people. This is what I do. This is what I do. You can start like that. And when they now place their demand, you go to your production room and start your production.
Okay, since we're talking about money and the business, so how important is financial plans when starting out a business, especially a new business?
Very important. Very, very important. You must you must have a good financial plan, and not just financial plan, but being disciplined with regards to money. So the financial plan, it's something you cannot do without. You need to make a very good financial plan.
No matter how much you have, whether you have big money or small.
No matter how much you have. Like I said, I've said it a time without number on this platform, that with some of the things we teach people on how to make, call it CBE or laundry soap, you can start with 10,000 naira. With that, you can draw a financial, make a plan with 10,000 naira. That caustic soda will cost me so much. This one will cost me, this is going to be my transport money. At the end of this cycle, this is my projected profit and all that. Then you like that. You draw your plans. Draw your plans.
Okay, because we don't have much time on our hands, so what advice do you have for someone who is still uncertain about which business path to choose?
Like I said before, first of all, find out your maker, your make, then your making. Find out the product that you are meant to bring to the market. Find out the need, what people have the need for. Find out. When you find out, and then go all the way and launch out. Having done your basic analysis, I tell you, with determination, there is nothing we cannot attain. Even God said that this thing that these people are doing, started doing in Genesis chapter 11, he said this thing these people have started doing, if you leave them because they are determined, they will succeed. So as long as you are determined, you will succeed. Okay,
thank you very much for your advice today on choosing a career path. We really appreciate you for being here today.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we've been talking with Mr. God's Own Onuzulike. He is the founder of Potter's Well Foundation. Thank you once again, sir.
Nice meeting you.
So today it's been about choosing a career path or choosing a business path. Because if you want to go into an entrepreneurship and you're yet to choose a path that will suit you, I think you still have a long way to go. But then don't let uncertainty hold you back. You need to make informed decision by calming down. You've heard it today. Find out really who your maker is. Find out your make, and then your making, at least it will guide you. It will go a long way in helping you make a decision about which way to go. And that's it on today's edition of A Stitch in Time, coming to you from Sunrise FM 96.1. We appreciate you so much for being there. Don't forget that A Stitch in Time saves 9. So take action today and you will be happier tomorrow. My name is Precious Chukwekezi. Always remember that your life is precious.